Kia ora, I'm Paul Peterson, Tumaki Principal, Bombay School. As principal of the school, your biggest concern is always your children, the safety of your children. School's an incredibly complex environment. You have 400 children, 800 parents, 60 staff, all integrating on a daily basis at the school, not to mention what happens at a special event, a sports event, a swimming event, or a cross-country event. And all of those moving parts present risks to you. And so your biggest concern as a principal is to mitigate the risks on your site.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Salisbury. I'm the principal of Harrisvale School. So I've been in the school for 2 years, and the traditional approach or the way that we used to approach health and safety was very clunky. We didn't really have a place to go to get support for our health and safety. It was really paper-based, and a lot of that information that we needed wasn't available to us, and it needed to be filed away, and we were able to exit it immediately.
So health and safety, well-being, concerns and challenges, the greatest thing for a principal is trying to foster the culture of health and safety at your school. And when you have your health and safety processes stuck in a register or in a book or in a file on your desk, it doesn't mean that people are internalizing it. And so one of the advantages of having Safe365 is that you can take health and safety and put it in the palm of people's hands. With the fantastic app that Safe365 has, teachers now have the control, but also the responsibility when it comes to health and safety. So when you encounter a risk, you whip out your phone, you take a photograph of it, and before you know it, a report is generated and it goes to the appropriate people to deal with. So that's one of the ways we've managed to build the culture of health and safety being a responsibility of everyone at school and not merely those who generate the paperwork.
Initially, we did a trial with Safe365. We did our evaluation of our health and safety within our school. We were able to print off our reports and use that as a board report. Our board asked for that information at our next board meeting. They were really impressed, and they really wanted the accurate information that came through from the app, that the teachers were recording information, but it also it creates a record of our health and safety, what we have done, what we need to do, and how we can improve our health and safety within our school.
Before we had Safe365, we would have health and safety register at the school and a manual, and it would be safe to say that that would sit on the shelf and not be utilized by people. Now with Safe365, teachers have the tool in their hands. When they identify a risk, they can just snap it on their phone and send a report to us. They become more conscious of health and safety, and it builds that culture of awareness, makes everyone responsible for health and safety. It is a collective responsibility. We're all in it together. We've used Safe365 app for identifying risks on the school site, but also when we're doing EOTC events. I'll give you an example. The decks get quite slippery in winter. And one of our teachers went past it the other day, took a photo of it, and then loaded that up to Safe365. That generated a notice for myself and for our caretaker, and we attended to the issue immediately. It also creates a record for you of the health and safety items that have been identified on your site. When we have EOTC experiences, we push out a checklist to all of our parent volunteers. They also get the names of the students in their groups so they can do the attendance of their groups immediately. They get a briefing of all the health and safety risks attached with the event that they're supervising. We also ask them to upload photos of their driver's license, their car registration, warrant of fitness, and all of that's stored in one place. So we have a complete picture of the health and safety risks associated with any event.
So in term 1 this year, we were reviewed by the Education Review Office. We received a strong review, which is the highest ranking. They were really impressed with Safe365. They really liked our audit. It showed that the things that we needed to work on, the things that we were doing well.
When we've had our review with Aero, they gave us the strongest rating possible for an Aero review. They were blown away by the use of Safe365 as part of our health and safety management at school. They told us we had no compliance issues. They were impressed by the simplicity of the tool, the way that staff were integrating with it and using it, the application of the tool throughout our site, the way that it generates reports for management level, also for our caretaker and for our board. At governance level, Aero was satisfied that the school was meeting its health and safety obligations, mainly due to the fact that we use Safe365. Safe365 is excellent value for money, but I think in terms of myself as the principal of the school and the amount of hours I would spend on health and safety matters, Safe365 just cuts through all the red tape. Everything's there for you, plenty of templates to use, really useful, succinct templates to use. Just saves me a tremendous amount of time and effort.
Safe365 is value for money. It saves me a lot of time. It helps me with the reporting to the board. It helps with our reviews for health and safety. It shows us what we need to do and where we need to move with our health and safety. It is a really effective tool to have in your school, and I don't know whether I would ever do without it.
Safe365, intelligent health and safety software for business.